on YouTube. I kind of figured it out after a couple of test runs. So this is the live 2K25 gameplay. And I am here just going to be showing you guys what's going on. Make sure I'm on air. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know if you can, but we're going to find out if I can hear me. Hopefully. Can you hear me? Anybody on live can hear me. If anybody jumps on here, can let me know. Can anyone let me know if I can be heard or not? Unmute microphone, so it should be working. Yeah, I can hear myself actually. I turned up the volume on my laptop, so. All right, so this is the live playthrough of WWE 2K25. If you're watching this after I've gone live, welcome to the video. I'm going to go through a couple of the modes, show you kind of what to expect when you can actually purchase this game if you have not pre-ordered it. I would suggest doing so. It is a very good game. I do have the Bloodline edition that will cost you a little over $100, $129 plus some tax. But it is completely worth it. The showcase mode is phenomenal. The My Rise is, I'm warming up to it, but it is a little bit of a different story than what I've been used to with 2K23 and 2K24. My universe mode, I have gotten into that just a little bit ago. It's actually pretty interesting. There's some new features in there. There's some things that you can control more of than you could the last few years in 2K. I'm not a real big fan of my faction. I don't get the hype about it. I don't understand why everyone does. But to each their own. We all have our own modes. We all have our own favorite modes. Let me know in the comments. Post a comment on here on the video if you guys can. What your favorite mode in 2K games are. Like, is it the showcase? Is it the My Rise? Is it just play now where you can just do whatever you want? My GM mode, for me personally, my GM mode is one of my favorites. I have a tendency of letting my ADHD kick in, and I have either started a draft, gotten to the first couple weeks, and then just was like, oh, yep, try again, and start a whole new file. I'm going to actually show you first what my GM mode is. So you go over here. As you can see, I have two already different files. One I'm on show 11 and the other I'm on show 16. So we're just going to start a new one. We have Tyler Breeze and
It's okay. I think I have to release
Xavier
Jody
Woods are
Garcia.
Austin Creed and
Not
Prince
Jody. She's
Pretty.
carried you for like 2 seasons.
We're just going to skip that for now. You go over here and, you get to pick human, computer. Then you go down. You have a whole new list of options for GMs. You have about 8 new GMs that you can pick from. They got rid of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. They put in Ava, Nick Aldis, Shawn Michaels, Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, Armando, Mr. Fuji, and CM Punk. They all have different power cards as well. Some of them you get 2 per season, like with Ava and Nick. The other ones you get Mr. Fuji and Armando, you get 2 per season. Everyone else you get 1. With the more common GMs that they've had in the last few games, Paul Heyman gets 2, of course, wise man. Adam Pearce gets 2, Sonya gets 2, and then everybody else gets 1. The one thing I don't like is every year it seems Tyler Breeze's power card seems to you only gain less and less stamina each year. 2K23 it recovered 20. 2K24 you recovered 15, and this year you only recovered 12 stamina. 12 is better than none, so it does come in handy. So my personal preference in my GM mode is using Tyler Breeze, and I use NXT for him. And then you go over here. I like to do human, just because I like to book, personally, I like to book 2 really good shows. Kind of like in my universe where you're in control of everything. Here I'm not so much in control of everything, but excuse me. There is this feeling like putting on 2 really great shows is really fun to do for me. And then I also like to use Xavier Woods because his cheat code power card. If you don't know, cheat code power card, you steal someone from the other roster and they permanently become on your roster. So if anybody in NXT, if I sign anybody in free agency from NXT and they have a 5-week contract, in that 5 weeks, I can use Xavier Woods's cheat code and take that talent that only has 5 weeks left, and it will permanently put them on the SmackDown roster. So we're going to start that. Confirm, yes. And everyone else has to make it they like to make it a challenge and everything. I'm just going to show you how fun it can be when you just set it up to make sure you're successful. Something that's different this year again, they up the budget again, like they have every year, which I love. It is now at $4 million, and it definitely comes in handy. Player order, I do default, shakeups on, draft pool, I go to custom. We'll open up the Yeet. We'll use that one. Actually, if you'll bear with me, I'll go to this one. I'll show you can edit, because they also made different changes in this one as well. You can change the status, you can change the ring level, you can change the popularity like usual, the role and the class, and introducing now, you can up the promo skills. So everybody who I have active is going to have 5 promo skills pretty much. I like having promo skills set at higher because you definitely can get more rivalries started that way. You can earn more money from advertising or charities that way. Um, so yeah, I just put everybody at 5. Um, Here is my created superstar. Um, Ring level 15, I can change that. I can make it a 20. I can put the popularity up to 70 like usual. Face, bad guy, heal. Class, I like to keep it as specialist. That way I can make dream matches with myself. And of course, I had to give myself a promo skill of 5. But this is also the roster, the other roster than what I was going to choose. So I'm going to go out of here. We're going to select Yeet, and I will just show you again. I have it a little bit differently. I lowered our popularities because it really does affect your pricing in the draft. I don't have all of the Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, and non should be Hall of Famers in here. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Um, as contracts, so in like free agency, they will show up. But one thing they also did change as well, anybody you have active on one of these updated or, you know, custom rosters, anyone who you see as active, they will be on your draft. They will be in the draft. Because the last few years, me and my brother have tried to do GM mode on the last 2 games, and we're either one of us is in the draft and the other one isn't, or we're both not in the draft, or we're both in the draft and our promo skills are randomized. So we could be a 1, we could be a 2, we could be a 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be. You can go 1 to 5, and it was always randomized. Here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're active, and if you set the promo skill to 5, you will always be a 5 promo skill level. So that's one thing I really did like about them changing in this year. I don't want to do an auto draft. I like to go classic, start with all the matches unlocked. You know, again, if I want to make a challenge for myself, I might just, turn all these up, because the settings you can make easy, normal, hard, or extreme, but again, I'm just having some fun here right now, especially since I'm just now learning how to, stream live on YouTube here for the first time. So we're just going to start there, and I'm going to show you some other changes they've made, how
draft is now
just
underway.
the way gaming has come out and the special effects and the graphics and everything have completely changed. So as you can see, there's a few, 3, 4, 5, 6 superstars who are over 300,000 for the men, and you don't have any for 300,000 for the women, but their popularities are pretty much 55 or a little higher. Some are a little higher, some are a little lower. It goes down to 50, somewhere in the 40s, I think. But if you want to see exactly how many superstars are in this year, I'll scroll down here for you so you guys can see exactly. Now it's under all, so you're going to see men and women names, but it is substantially a lot more than I've ever seen in any of the drafts in the last 2 games. So let's just scroll down and see here. I'll try not to go so fast, but it just keeps going and going and going. It's ridiculous. We're just now over halfway. We're about there, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom, and the cheapest person you got is Javon Evans at 71,000, so that would be like a quick steal. The stamina is great. The one thing you couldn't change in the custom roster is the stamina, so that's just something that's going to be randomized. Maybe next year they'll set it up to where you can change the stamina. You can set everybody at 100 stamina and, you know, keep them for a while. But hopefully we can get a good draft going. Um, so if you have never played my GM mode, you can, you know, learn a thing or two around here because I do love my GM mode. And 2K23 I was actually really good at. I was getting the hang of 2K24. I did have to get used to the logistics and the new free agency that was available last year compared to 2K23, where you just went into free agency and you picked a bunch of whoever was in there and they would change from week to week. Now it's you have to use talent scouts, but I'm getting the hang of it. You know, I'm making sure I have enough money to actually search for them and, you know, actually pay for them. And you can change the duration of the contract, which I do like about that, even before signing them. But, um, I mean, with the first pick, you know, I'm going to have to, you know, be a little biased here and pick my character Axel. Um, Again, 70 stamina, which is great. That's really high. And I'll have that power card for NXT to up his stamina before I ultimately use the cheat code um, power card to take me from NXT to SmackDown. Or because last year they incorporated trading, I might just trade myself to SmackDown to the main roster to get that world title. Um, so we'll see what I'm in the mood for right now. Um, but if you want any pointers on my GM mode, you know, don't be afraid to hit up the comment section. Let me know who's watching videos here. Hopefully it's reaching out to some people. But again, with the first overall pick, I'm going to have to go with myself. I didn't really make everybody current. Like, obviously, Cena being a heel, that was actually crazy because um, in 2K23, I actually have Cena as a heel, and I made that setting. I changed him to a heel well before um, Elimination Chamber this year, and I just was like, I'd like to see Cena heel before on his retirement tour. I think they're going to finally do it. And then when it happened, I was satisfied because they actually gave me what I wanted. And, you know, it just felt good as a wrestling fan to be like, yes, I, I caught that coming. Um, so who do we want for SmackDown? Um, we're probably going to go John Cena because you want the big names on the, you know, main show.
They picked John Cena. Great start to the draft.
But
this guy has the right attitude.
All right, YouTube, I'm gonna get off the stream here because I got some stuff to do actually. So have fun and watching the video for as short as it was. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to get off here and I will be posting more videos to the channel, hopefully streaming more about 2K25. So keep an eye out, like, subscribe, you know, hit that notification bell. It really does help with the viewership and getting these videos out to the public more. And, you know, I do want to make this channel a full-time gig, and I will be doing a lot of wrestling content. I will be doing some video game content, some Disney content. You know, I'm not going to just stick to one thing. So I know I've been doing a lot of wrestling stuff. So um, I just I definitely want to get more videos out, and I definitely want to get more subscribers. So get the word out, let people know. All right, YouTube. I'll talk to you later.